It's a great day when I get to check out a new Stranded Isle run, especially a good one, right? Like a 606 is a first ever run. Fantastic work. So here we have elwiwi's 606, which is an incredible run by them, but also just like, to start with. We've got employing the Minecraft strategy, apparently, of having multiple tabs open to reset faster. Now, I'm not convinced that the amount of time saved by this is really worth the effort. I don't know what kind of setup they have going on for this, but it seems a bit much. But I really respect it. I think that's really cool. Um, but I think I would just reset normally for me. But yeah, as you can see, they're resetting here. Um, and they came upon a seed that they liked. So they turned the sound on, which is fine. Pause clause kind of allows you to do that. And then they turned full screen on. And then they just start running. Now let me just be sure, 'cause I want to be really careful that that actually. Yeah, okay. They you just wait, was that the desktop background? Yeah, look at that. Anyway, um I just wanted to be super careful that that was actually the first input. Um so two from the tree, and then another two, kind of unlucky. Also, um here you mined a little bit too much, so you emptied the bar fully and you walked a bit slow. It's not a big deal, but yeah, I mean, it's just unlucky to get that kind of tree luck. But if you're not even sub 6, it doesn't matter that much. In fact, honestly, if you're sub 6, it doesn't matter that much unless you're like low sub 6. And that's when stuff like that kind of adds up. But your main time loss, I mean, this is really bad stone luck as well. This is terrible stone luck. Holy crap. I feel for you, elwiwi. I mean, immediately what I'm looking at is like just from the stone and the wood, that's probably 6 seconds of time loss. Like, this could have been a sub 6 run just like that, but yeah. Um, if you don't know, everything pretty much, with a few exceptions, ores and trees, they drop a random amount of their drop from 2 to 4, with each being as likely as the other. So if you get like three twos in a row, that's a that's like an 11% chance to happen. But if you get, or I think it's less than that actually, but if you get like a 2, a 3, and then a 4, there's no statistical significance to that. It's just kind of unlucky to. Okay, so there you went down to the stone bench, and like your mashing is fine, so it doesn't really make a difference. But if you go up, because it wraps around, if you go up on the bench to get to the stone bench, you actually have to press the button less times. So that's a small optimization. Um, the menuing's good though, like it's fast, even if it's not optimized, it's definitely fast. That was a bit messy. Um, what you did here, you hit this, but then you kept mining, so you whiff once, and then you hit the tree, and you turn around a bit. A little bit messy. Yeah, unfortunately just a little bit of rough pathing there as well to get the stone. Very slow menuing there. And leaving the wooden bench. It's interesting because most runners will either pick up both benches or leave both benches, but you've decided to pick up the stone one and leave the wood. So that's a thing. Immediately getting gems out of the way is a good idea. It means that you don't need to worry about like if the gem luck is bad, it's better to get it out of the way early than later because it means you can reset sooner. Um, yeah, that's yeah. There you go. Perfect gem luck. Not necessarily perfect, but 2 4s at the start means that you are guaranteed to get 10 from 3, which is really good. Because 3 gem ore is the minimum you can mine, and it actually was perfect. You got 4 on all 3 of those. Immediately going into the iron, you're mining yourself empty quite a bit there. It's just try and keep the bar kind of healthily in the middle. Don't mine it to empty. That's usually a bad idea, but I get it. You're enthusiastic. Just remember that because the stamina recharges at a fixed rate, as long as the bar doesn't get completely full or completely empty, you're not losing time. So even if you're technically mining slower, because of the stamina recharge, you're not losing time. I think that's kind of unintuitive, but if you understand that, then I think you'll be a lot less worried about trying to mine as fast as possible here. But you're understanding the principles of EBM right there, because you waited to collect these iron because you emptied your bar first, so clearly you understand it as at least a little bit. Alright, now getting the stone, mining yourself really empty there. I think this is Pog Edition. I'm listening to the music and it's not what I'm familiar with. You've got the shovel coming out. You hit the wall there. Just be careful of that. So here, what you've done, when you know this, but when the sand is mined, you can't mine it again. So you should have just gone straight down here instead of trying to come back up to get this empty spot. I know it's annoying to miss a spot, but you've got enough like empty space down here that it's really not going to make a difference. So coming up here and letting your bar recharge while you're at it isn't worth it. Yeah, it seems like you're either holding the button down or you're just not paying attention very closely, but make sure you're only shoveling if the tile is able to be shoveled. And don't hit walls as well. That's something that I see Ouija Squid doing as well. But, I mean, this isn't terrible. One thing that you can do is while you're mining sand, shoveling sand, you can go up the ladder to check if there are any zombies on the surface, and when you come back down, when you've got your stamina pretty low, and this just gives you a chance to spawn more zombies while you're doing this. It especially works well with shoveling because you can shovel sort of anywhere underground, so you don't need to be confined to a specific spot like where the ores are. Also, like your sand pathing, I would have gone like up and then down instead of going up and around here. But as long as you're mining everything correctly, it doesn't really matter. But as you can see, you're like swinging at the tiles again that are already dug up. And again, hitting the Jamor and stuff. Just be more careful. That last segment looked better. One thing I'm kind of confused by is that, like, you could have mined this stuff here, right? But you kind of just walked past it and started going down here. Like, if there are tiles available, go for them. Not that it really made a difference to your stamina anyway, I'm just saying. This is another example where going up probably would have been faster than going down on the menu. But you'll get used to that with time. Sort of memorizing item locations on your menu. It's pretty good tree mining, pretty good tree mining. You're letting your bar fill a bit too much for comfort. It's hard during tree mining to keep it not full because it just doesn't use a lot of stamina, but you've got to be careful about that. Get these zombies, no worries. Very good drops. Getting 3 ichor from 2 zombies is, I've started saying it too, ichor. getting 3 ichor from 2 zombies is pretty good luck. and you're going back to the ladder. Not a bad idea. Yeah. You could have mined through the stone instead of going through the... Because if you went through the stone, like, think about it this way, okay? You mine through this tree and you go around. Well, first of all, going around is slower. But if you mine this, you can go straight there. And when you come up from the ladder, if you see zombies on this side, you don't need to walk around. You can go there. So you could potentially be saving more time than just the one time you go through that way. Kind of unlucky zombie spawns underground, but you got a lot down up here. Yeah, that's a ton of zombies. This is where I'm starting to get concerned for health. I never heal, but for new players it's always scary when they're on low health. But you're just tanking it, so you know, I saw a zombie. I don't know if you just didn't see it or if you just decided not to go for it, but I probably would have gone for this zombie up here. Like mine through the tree and get it, but it's completely fine that you didn't. I'm just saying that's probably what I would have done. It's not really a criticism though. You're being very careful with the zombie attacking. That's just something you'll get used to with time, but definitely you could be killing the zombies a bit faster, because if you walk towards them while you're hitting them, then you won't whiff as many swings. Yeah, getting the health insurance there, definitely a good idea. Obamacare moment. Nice ichor. Only one more. There you go. You actually need one more fabric though, don't you? You've only got 13. You went for the bread? That's awesome. Coming up here, you're gonna notice your error, I'm assuming, and then... Yeah. You need to make the glue first. End menuing, definitely... Okay, apparently you had enough fabric. End menuing, definitely a bit rough. But yeah, what an interesting run. The fact is that it was quite sloppy and you still got a very good time. Your zombie luck was pretty good. Your gem luck was perfect. Iron luck was okay. Stone luck pretty bad. Zombie luck was very decent. I would say that if you improve on your gameplay, yeah, definitely you're gonna get some super sick 5-minute times. And honestly, I would love nothing more than for you to sub 5. I mean, I say this for every new runner, but if anyone can do it, if anyone can just randomly come into this community and get a sub 5, probably you could do it. But no pressure. Hopefully this was helpful. And if you even watch the video, hopefully this was helpful, and I would really love to see you continue playing this game if you enjoy it, obviously, because this is really cool to see new people playing the game.